that it's fall, it's time to appreciate the leaves changing color and those beautiful sceneries that you see in those picturesque magazines. How exactly do we find these locations? To be honest, this is Glade Creek Grist Mill in Babcock, West Virginia. I found this on TikTok a few years back. We tried to make it in time for the leaves changing color, but didn't work out so well, and the leaves had already come off and the trees look kind of dead. Well, now we're here right before the peak. We have beautiful oranges, reds, and everything to contrast along the textures of the barn. I'd say it looks phenomenal. We're gonna go around, shoot some more photos, and talk about how we actually find these locations and how you can track the color changing. So that way you can find out what's best for you and your area that you live in. Let's dive in. I already started talking about our first tip, and that's to check social media. Look on Instagram, find places on TikTok, see where people are actually going. I would have not found Glade Creek Grist Mill over here if it weren't for a TikTok video I saw a few years ago. Now, one of the things about it is you can sometimes get here and there be, a few hundred photographers, but that's why you got to get here early in the morning. Get here before the sun rises.
Yes, most definitely. So this is something I've been telling Brad for the last couple of years, that getting somewhere first thing in the morning normally will always mean that you get the location to yourself. And if somebody else is crazy there, it's usually another photographer.
Yeah, we ran into two older ladies this morning. They were beautiful souls, but they were shooting some amazing photos. Now, they were Sony users, and we both shoot Canon, so that might be a problem. No,
yeah, we were thought we had to do some fisticuffs.
Oh, he's got a bigger lens than we did.
But they were looking a little scary, so I was like, I didn't want to get beat up at the park.
Either did I. But that's just one of the great things. If you explore social media, you can find amazing locations to travel and visit, especially while the leaves are changing color. One of the cool things I found while searching online was an actual foliage map. You can go through and it has a slider choosing different dates all the way from like the end of September through November, so you can see where the leaves are peaking and changing color within your area. You can time it and try to make it to locations. Now, me and DC, because I leave out to go to San Diego in 2 days, didn't have much time to make this perfect, but we wanted to make sure we got out to the mill, unlike last year, with leaves on the trees. Now, we might try to shoot back out in a week, but we could be too late by then. So we want to get our best shots while we can and make sure that the leaves are still on the trees, because once they fall off, we can't put them back on. Now, there may not be as much color, but it's still pretty beautiful. We have reds and oranges and some nice detail that we can still show off this fall. So one of the best parts about shooting photos is actually bringing your best friend with you. DC, how you doing today?
What's going on? I'm doing pretty good, man.
So we're out here today at Glade Creek Grist Mill, and we're shooting some amazing photos of the fall's, leaves changing color and everything. Do you have any tips for finding locations like this?
I do. I have a couple of tips. So one is when you're looking for places to shoot, especially with the leaves changing, first thing do, jump online and check to see when people say that things are changing. That way you at least have a ballpark. The second is going on to park cams. And that way when you get onto a park cam, you can actually see live what things are doing at those parks at those times.
And I've been doing that daily on the lead up to here, and that's how we actually knew that there were some reds and yellows. We missed it last year with the leaves being dead.
We did. But we still got some amazing shots.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we did. But this year, we're actually out here with some color. It's not exactly where we want it to be, which leaves us some time to come back. Because if you come early, you can always go back. But once the leaves fall off the trees, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do. So you leave in a day or two.
Yeah, for San Diego. So we're going to try to time some other stuff. And, I'll talk more about that and how you can find these locations in the right timing. But till then, we got some more photos to shoot because I'm out of here and out of this state here shortly. So be back to shooting, my friend. Now we hop back in the car. It actually started raining, if you can see all those droplets on the window. But that leads me into my next tip. Watch the weather. And not because you can't shoot photos when it's raining, but because cold nights with sunny days accelerate the color changing of the leaves. Now you might be able to map out a location, follow the foliage maps, look at the live webcams, but you never know. A big storm could come through and rip all the leaves off the trees. It could get extremely cold or sunny the next day and just accelerate that color change beyond what you could imagine, because this stuff happens quick. Nature's quick. likes to be slow usually, and outpace or outtime me or DC because we never get it right. But one thing I will say is watch the weather, check your maps, and make sure you check those live cams. So you're never going to be dead on, but you can time it the best you can, and you might be able to catch some beautiful photos. Just everything's trying like. Now we're actually back.
Exactly.
Alright, we're gonna get back to it. I've got some more B-roll and stuff to grab, but I just wanted to check in with DC, and it's always good to bring a friend with you when you go shoot photos, even if they are a klutz. Don't tell him I said that. I thought you were gonna shoot photos. Oh, I thought you wanted me to shoot. I thought you wanted a video.